Hi Monday everybody, Coach Tabor here at Afterburn Performance. Today we're going to talk about shoulder mobility again. Talking about a bit of a different range though, and working on those lats so we can have a crossover between our Form Friday and our Mobility Monday. Spoiler alert, this Friday is actually going to be about front squats. So if you tuned in last week and you watched back squatting with the barbell, we're going to hit the barbell again with the front squat variation that you can try out, and I'll talk about why I really like that variation over back squatting. So keep that in mind for this end of this week. And today's one is actually using a dowel and using a box. And one way you can actually get your shoulders mobile enough to keep your elbow out in front with the arm nice and straight, which is what you're going to need to be able to do to hold that bar in that position for a front squat variation or getting ready for our clean. So I hope you're going to like this one. So in our programs, we call this the lat stretch with a dowel on a bench. You can use a box as well. It doesn't really matter which surface you use. It kind of matters more about the height. So we want to have the height enough so that when I get myself set up with each spot here, I'm going to be able to sit back and not be having to cram way back like this or hunch this way as we go back and forth. So usually a bench is great, or like an 18-inch box is what I have today, so that'll work just fine. What you're going to want to do is grab a hold of the dowel with the palms facing away from you, like that. You're going to plant the elbows on the box or the bench. You get yourself set up so the hips can come, or the knees come back, and have those directly underneath your body, so they're straight up and down. So this would be way too close because they're not straight down towards the floor, and then back here would be way too far back because they have to go in this arch position in order to be able to get yourself set up. So directly underneath the hips would be great. Now all you have to do from this position is to sit the hips back and drive the chest downwards. Now when I do that, I don't want to arch my back. So this is going to be correct. Back up. So a neutral spine or a minor arch is okay, but we don't want to see this. Or a whole lot of this. Okay? My analogy for that, when you're trying to have that super big arch in your spine, first of all, you're going to feel it only basically in that low back area. That's one thing. Is that if you're twerking, it ain't working. It's not working for you, it's not working for anybody else. So make sure when you're doing this one, try not to twerk like Miley Cyrus, keep it locked in place. You should feel a nice stretch to those lats and up and through the shoulder depending on how that goes, and possibly up and through the tricep. All depends on whether those delts are trying to cramp up to help get you back or not, or if you're actually getting a nice stretch through the lat and tricep. So that was the lat stretch with the dowel on a bench or a box. Again, it doesn't really matter about that. It matters more about your height. A great stretch to kind of get yourself up in that position, working on that overhead mobility, right? So if I had my arms out nice and straight, my body was kind of flattened out before, I'd be trying to get the arms over top of my head, and it's a great stretch that'll help you actually get into that position, very similar to what a front squat will be like. Again, spoiler, that's coming Friday. And what you can do there is you rock back and forth, feel that stretch through that lat and through that tricep. Again, the cramping might come through the delt, trying to help pull you back, but if that's the case, then maybe just back off a little bit and allow yourself to gently get into the stretch. You want to exhale as you're sitting down, so then that way, as you breathe out, your body will relax and naturally you get in there versus cramping up, all like that, where you're not going to be able to get any sort of relaxation, okay? So this has been Mobility Monday. Again, Coach Tabor, and I'll see you guys next week. Hi everyone, Coach Tabor here. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to stay up to date with what's going on at Afterburn Performance, please take some time, go like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram. If you want to see more weekly content from myself here, Coach Tabor, then subscribe to our YouTube page and I'll be putting out videos weekly. Thank you so much for watching and have a great week.